Beyer has published 2 novels. The first, entitled Hunted, was published nearly 2 years ago. Here's the trailer for its release.
A killer without remorse, burning with pride and having the time of his life. Zachary Marshall is unstoppable until Detective Jonas Peters unexpectedly arrives in the midst of one of Marshall's heinous crimes. After a bank robbery goes from bad to worse and leaves 3 dead, including a little girl, Marshall finds himself the target of the most intensive manhunt Riverside, California has ever witnessed.
Thought you quit smoking.
About a dozen times in the past 3 years. Today just seemed easy to slip into old habits.
Got an extra one?
Rebecca, you don't smoke.
You're right. I can't sympathize that much.
Good.
Tell me what happened.
Is this official?
It has to be, Jonas. It's my business. I need to know that procedures were followed to the letter of the law.
You know me, Rebecca. Of course they were.
Jonas, this is bad. Not only has the department lost a fine detective, but we've got 2 dead civilians and one who may or may not make it. And we've got nothing to show for it. That perp just disappeared off of that roof.
We followed procedures.
Tell me then. I need to know exactly how it happened.
You can read my report.
Look, I know you guys hate internal affairs, but you gotta understand something. We don't only go after the bad cops, we try to protect the good ones. Look, I know you've been through hell today, but don't take it out on me. I'm trying to help.
Steve and I heard shots inside the bank and decided to go in.
Did you know what the shooting was about?
Not at the time, but we thought it prudent to get our asses in there before there'd be possible bloodshed. We wanted to wait for backup, but there wasn't enough time.
Jonas, the only thing that suspect shot before you got in there was the surveillance camera. That was it.
How were we to know? I thought he might start shooting up the place. It was a judgment call, Rebecca, plain and simple.
Nothing in this business is plain and simple. There's a lot of knots in this story that have to be untied before it's laid out to view. Look, I probably overstepped my authority by saying this much this early. I'll talk to you again. I am sorry about your partner.
Yeah, sure.
Screw you. I'll miss him too.
Detective Peters becomes frustrated and half-crazed as the case falters due to lack of clues and evidence. Ordered to take a vacation from the department before he drives all the other detectives crazy with his constant tirades, he reluctantly agrees. But an innocent remark to the media changes the entire scenario. Now the hunter becomes hunted. Detective Peters takes this homicide case especially hard, having seen his own young daughter murdered during a bungled convenience store robbery years earlier. The pain of the darkness is too deep, and the spirits are waiting to remind him they will not forgive him, and he cannot forgive himself. There will be no rest until Marshall is caught. Hunted, available May 18th in bookstores everywhere.
John Beyer's second novel, Soft Target, will be the topic of a later report on your High Desert Metro News. When we return, Terry Kurtz will target sports.